Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a spring inspired look. It is Saturday when I'm filming, so I just got back from the greenhouse nursery that is local to us, and I spent way too much money on flowers, vegetables. I've been outside all morning cleaning up my flower beds, planting up my containers, so I am definitely in the spring spirit. So we are going to play today. I'm also going to be answering your questions. A couple weeks ago, I had posted a couple pictures on Instagram telling you guys to ask me anything. So while I'm doing this makeup tutorial, I'm going to be answering those questions. Thank you for everybody that submitted a question for me. Let's get into the spring look and we'll see how well I can multitask of actually answering questions and doing makeup at the same time. I don't have high hopes. So here we go. For spring inspired look, I was thinking pinks, yellows, greens, golds, those kind of colors. So I'm going to be using a couple different palettes here. I'm going to be using the Limoncello palette from ColourPop, the Sweet Pinks from Juvia's Place, and this little mini Mint Melt palette from e.l.f. is the Mint to Be. So that's kind of the color schemes that I'm going for today. So the first person to ask me a question was Gigi Luvs Beauty 2. She has a fantastic YouTube channel. Link her down below. Check her out. She's awesome, and I love the looks that she creates. She says, my question is, what made you want to start a YouTube channel? Actually, it was my husband wanted to start a YouTube channel, and he was in the process of trying to get some stuff together and situated so that he could do his channel. He said, well, you're into makeup, you have a lot of makeup, why don't you start a channel? And I was like, I hate pictures of myself, I hate the way I sound, this is not going to be good for me. I was like, all right, fine, I'll do it. So I started my channel. We kind of figured out the quirks and the ins and outs of YouTube and did a couple of videos, and I really didn't have an intention of keeping going. And then it just kind of, I just kept going. So the first color, because I'm gonna start doing makeup while I talk. Again, I don't think I can talk and do makeup at the same time, but I'm gonna go in with this pink shade here in the Pinks palette by Juvia's Place. But initially my channel was going to be an unboxing channel, and like every single kind of unboxing that you could think of. And then I realized how expensive that was gonna be very quickly, and I was like, I can't. So my other passion is makeup. So I started just kind of playing around with some stuff. I don't even remember what my first makeup video was. It was probably like an Ipsy or a BoxyCharm unboxing or a Glow Addict or something like that. And then as I started accumulating more makeup, I decided to go that route instead of the unboxings, just because that financially that was just not in our budget. So that's kind of the weird way I started my channel. I begrudgingly started my channel to help my husband out in starting his channel that a year later he hasn't really started. I'm gonna ignore the next question because this was by Contradiction 77, which is my husband, and he asked me what was for dinner. All right, so the next real question is from Joylyn Grindle, and she also has a channel, so you should definitely check her out as well. She asked, who was your favorite grade school teacher? Ooh, I don't know that I remember a lot of my grade school teachers. I would say probably my 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Coleman. She actually lived right around the corner from me, and she kind of fueled my love for learning. I loved to read. She was just very encouraging as a teacher, and you know, she just got me really excited to learn new things. So I would say she's my favorite. So I'm taking this Becca Sue white eyeshadow primer, and I'm gonna try and cut the crease and talk at the same time. This isn't going very well. So the next question is from Boxes and Deals, which is Rena over at Boxes and Deals. She has a channel. Check her out. She's absolutely amazing. She's such a sweetheart too. But she asks, what is your favorite family time outing or at home activity? How about your favorite for you time? What is that? Favorite family outing? I always love going to the beach. My husband cannot sit still for very long, so for him the beach is awful. So we usually have to try and find like a happy medium, like a place that has something that I can relax and he also has stuff to do. And we haven't really taken any trips with our son anywhere. We went to Myrtle Beach the one year. He is very much my husband's son. He also cannot sit still and just focus on something for a very long time. And so that was a little stressful. But yeah, so that's pretty much the only family trip we've ever taken since COVID. Obviously, we haven't gone anywhere, so we haven't really done a family trip. I know there's more to this question. At home activity, my son absolutely loves Hot Wheels, so we're usually doing some sort of Hot Wheel activity with him. And then he's recently started getting like interested in like gardening and stuff with me for about 5 seconds at a time. Like he wants to go look at the flowers, but when I'm like, do you want to help me plant the flowers? He's kind of like, no. But I love to garden. I really got into gardening when we got our house. And my favorite me activity, I would say, is either gardening or I've been trying to paint a little bit more. It's not been going as well. And then I always love to read. I read every day for at least a half hour. All right, I think that's as good as we're gonna get for a while. It looks absolutely crazy right now. So we'll see if we can fix this. We're gonna let this dry a little bit and answer another question. Makeup by Kirsty says, what's your favorite eyeshadow palette? Ooh. Let me look. Okay, I'm gonna cheat. I have 2 favorite palettes. One would be the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette. I absolutely love this. The color story in this kind of transcends both spring and into fall. It's very easy to blend and the shimmers are super shiny without glitter. And then my next favorite would be, and I haven't worn this in a while and I don't know why, I think maybe this just kind of screams fall for me, is the BH Cosmetics Smitten in Switzerland. I love all the colors in here. It's such a versatile palette. You can create a wide variety of looks in just the one palette. And I think that's kind of what I look for in a palette, is that you can get a variety of looks out of it. I do love the monochromatic palettes, but I feel like you do end up kind of getting the same color looks over and over again if you're just using that palette versus reaching into other palettes with them. So this is taking forever to dry down, so tap away any of the crease issues we're having. Okay, so next from Wicked Awesome Lifestyles. I don't know if this is Sherry or Erica asking this, but they said, what was your most embarrassing school moment? Nice. All right, so now let me go ahead and I'm gonna amp up that pink again on my top crease. And then I'm gonna deepen it with this darker color here. So the story that stands out the most to me was when I was a freshman in high school. I was like, I'm cute. I'm gonna walk down these stairs in front of these hot senior boys and strut my stuff and fall flat on my butt all the way down a flight of stairs. It was so embarrassing. It hurt really bad. Like I went down, it was a stair landing and then came back around. There were stairs and landings. And I was like, I'm going down these stairs. And I don't know what happened or how I actually slipped. But next thing you know, I was sliding on my butt down the last landing of stairs. And I just sat at the bottom like, oh my God. Oh my God. And the stairway was packed with people. And like I said, I was walking down in front of all like the popular hot senior guys. They were cool about it. They ran down the stairs and made sure I was okay. It was just like, I'm fine, I'm fine. And I scurried to my freshman class. So now I'm going to take this deeper color and I'm going to try and amp up that crease between the white and the pink and just see if I can really make that pop. And I'm not answering any questions right now because I really need to concentrate or I'm gonna mess this up. There's so many makeup artists that make this look so easy. Where they're like, oh yeah, look, I just like swoop and I've got the shape. And I definitely do not have that practice. Okay, cool. That's actually coming out really nice. All right, next from Love Your Skin _2019. This is Vanessa, and she has a channel as well. Wicked Awesome has a pretty hilarious channel as well. Again, I'm gonna link everybody below, and you should definitely check them out. But Vanessa says, what do you love best about creating videos on your channel? How does it make you feel? I'm very introverted. I don't like having my picture taken and being on camera and seeing myself. I absolutely hated it. I avoided it like the plague. And since starting my channel, I've gotten more comfortable with how I look, which is amazing because I used to be that person that like nitpicked everything. So it's definitely brought me out of my shell. It's made me feel more creative. I love editing the videos. It sounds so nerdy. I don't know. I just like the creativity of it, of, okay, like, now what do I do? What's going to be my next content? It's just fun trying to come up with like something that nobody else is doing, or like trying a makeup look that's similar to something somebody else did. But yeah, something that started out as, you know, trying to learn the whole YouTube process for my husband has really helped me grow and become more comfortable with myself and push my creativity. And I've met so many nice people along the way that have just been so welcoming and so supportive, and it's so great. All right, so now I'm gonna go into the limoncello, and I'm gonna go into Amalfi, which is this yellow shade. Actually, nope, that's more orange. Yes, so I'm gonna go into Amalfi. I pack this on to the inner part of my eye, or of my lid. All right, so the next question is Aaliyah Jamil says, do you have any children? Yes, I have a 4-year-old. His name is Ander, and he is super smart, like scary smart. He memorizes things in a way I've never seen a child memorize stuff. I think I'm gonna jump into the little elf bite size, and I'm gonna take this green shade right here, and we're gonna pack that on the inner portion of the eye. That yellow's looking a little bit too matte, so I'm gonna go into, again, the Limoncello palette and get to Serenade, which is this shimmer yellow. And I'm just gonna kind of tap that on. Carrie from Carrie's Nest asked, what other hobbies do you enjoy? I like reading and painting and gardening. When I occasionally feel motivated, I do like exercise. It helps with my back issues. So yeah, that's probably about it that I have time for. And doing makeup. I'm gonna take this green and I'm gonna use that on the outer here. But yeah, those are pretty much my main hobbies. And like I mentioned before, I read every day, and I read pretty much every single genre out there. I like fantasy and I'm really into science fiction reading. I like science fiction movies, but as far as reading, I don't know. I just can't get into the science fiction books. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good right now. We're gonna go ahead and do the eyeliner. The last question I have is from Summer's Buffy, and she says, what have you been watching, most recent purchase, and last Google search? Ooh, okay, so what have I been watching? Really don't have a whole lot of time to watch TV, and the things that I want to watch, I cannot when my son is awake. Actually, I don't know why I'm trying to do this with this pen. I'm gonna use that eyeshadow primer. I have Netflix, and so the show that I've been binge watching is Camp Cretaceous. I am a 90s child, so I don't even know what year it was. I don't even know how old I was, but I was pretty young. But I saw Jurassic Park in theaters, I think 11 times. It was back when they had the dollar theaters. And every single weekend, my sister and I would beg my parents to let us go see that again. It's like, to this day, one of my favorite movies too. Camp Cretaceous is a CGI'd version that takes place at Jurassic World in conjunction with that movie. So it's really cool. And then any other time, I'm usually just watching PBS Kids with my son or YouTube channels. So there's my pretty flower. I'm just gonna leave it on this side because I'm terrified to try and do it on this side. Most recent purchase, I can't tell you because it's for a future video. Yeah, I can't tell you any of my most recent purchases because they're all for videos, unless you count the flowers that I bought today, which I'm super excited with how everything came out in the pot. I bought dahlias. I haven't ever used or planted dahlias before. Snapdragons. I haven't had snapdragons. I just went nuts. I think I had cabin fever, and then I got into the nursery and I was just like, I need all the flowers. This is why I can't be left unsupervised in a garden center. And my last Google search, probably, I got my COVID vaccine today. So I researched the Moderna and what you should do to prevent from feeling really icky. All right, so I feel like I still have like half my makeup left to do. All right, so we're gonna get going on this. I told you, I can't multitask. Let me prime my face real quick. Just using Gold Ciate London Watermelon Primer. And then I'm going in with Studio Makeup. This is a tinted moisturizer that I got in my BoxyCharm. And this is a little bit orange for me. So what I've found works really well is if I take this Pure 4-in-1 tinted moisturizer and use that along with it, because the Studio Makeup is too dark, this is too light, so together they make the perfect shade. All right, so that was the last of the questions, so we're gonna speed through this next part using Nomad, the Sydney Bathers palette, just to warm up my face. And then for blush, I'm going in with this Wander Beauty Duo, and I'm just gonna tap this on my cheeks. I love how this looks. This is such a spring and summery color. It just gives this perfect flush to your cheeks, and it's super smooth. All right, next, since we are just feeling super sparkly today, I'm gonna take from the Beauty Cream palette that I got, I'm gonna take this white shade here, and we're just gonna kiss the cheeks. All right, I'm gonna take this little e.l.f. palette and I'm gonna go into this shade right here, and I'm gonna use that as an inner corner highlight just to kind of amp that up a little bit. And then we're gonna do the bottom lash line, which I think I'm gonna just try and mirror what I did on the top, on the bottom. So I'm gonna start with that green shade on the outer. Just gonna touch it right there. And then I'm gonna go in with the yellow. And then we're gonna take that green color right here. Next, for lips, I'm just gonna actually use this duo because this is actually what that's made for. And just give the lips a touch of color. And then when you open up on the other side, you've got this gloss. That makes it just a little bit more comfortable on the lips because it does dry down on your cheeks. It is a little bit drying of a formula, so that gloss helps, makes it a little bit more comfortable to wear. So let me go ahead and do a mascara real quick, and we are almost done. Okay, before I do the bottom lash line, I'm going to use this Mint Melt No Budge eyeshadow stick, and this is in the shade Mint For You, and I'm gonna line my bottom waterline. Okay, I'm just putting a little bit of that yellow in the center of that flower. Perfect. Okay, so this is the finished spring look. I love how this came out. It's very bright and vibrant and just all the colors that I associate with spring. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. What is your favorite part of spring? Mine is definitely once that last frost day, freeze day rolls around. I can start planting flowers and getting my garden ready. So that is my favorite thing about spring. So let me know what yours is. And that's everything I'm gonna have for you today. Thank you for sticking with me today and just having a little bit of fun with makeup. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not already, please consider subscribing. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.